Hare Krishna. Welcome to morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakta Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Vaishnava etiquettes, followed by Sneha Barkul Mataji reading the Namamrita. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna. Kindly display the Vaishnava etiquette books.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम।
Dandavat Pranam.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Proper behavior as a guest. A Vaishnava guest should behave ideally, whether his host is another Vaishnava or a well-wisher of Vaishnavas. What follows are a few commonly accepted points of etiquette for Vaishnava guests. 1. If you are an invited guest, you should not overstay your invitation. For example, if you are invited for a meal, you may rest a short time after the meal and to aid your digestion, but do not burden your host by staying and conversing for several hours unless encouraged to do so. Number 2, do not bring your own guests on the strength of your invitation. If you wish to invite other guests, ask your host's permission. Number 3, if you are permitted to use a telephone, fax machine, or other such facilities, offer to pay accrued expenses. Number 4, when planning to visit friend or acquaintance uninvited, try to let your prospective host know when you will arrive and how long you intend to stay. Unless you have been invited or have informed your host, try to avoid arriving at a temple or your host's house at noon time or early afternoon, when both the deities and persons in general rest after lunch. If you stay for some days at your host house, it is appropriate to give token gifts to the household residents as a gesture of gratitude. Is it over? No.
It's complete.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
In Kali Yuga, Krishna has incarnated as the holy name in order to deliver the sinful who are suffering greatly. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4.7, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam tajamyaham. Wherever and whenever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. In the present age, Kali Yuga, people are very much sinful and are consequently suffering greatly. Therefore, Krishna is incarnated in the form of his name, as found in the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Teachings of Queen Kunti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. श्री श्री राधारास बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निधाय महाप्रभु की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय. When we become a guest, one thing you should understand that whatever punyas are there with you, you are going and giving to that person when you are taking seva from that person. One another thing is that a guest goes in other guest to give blessings and as a love, either to give blessings or either through love he goes to become a guest in that house. Or if we are invited by a Shiksha Guru or Guru, so for Seva, we go in that house. So there may be three purposes, either blessings or either love or by service. These are the three ways we should actually go as a guest for any place. And while going, these three motives should be understood, why we are going for that purpose. Either when we are going in love, we should never cause inconvenience to that person. When we are going to blessings, we should be in the mood that that family becomes Krishna consciousness. And when we go in the mood of seva, we should be seeing that how the seva is completed first, and then we take whatever the prasad is there. So this three should be the mood when we are invited as a guest, either by love in a friendship, or for doing the blessings, or for doing the seva. And it is said, normally, Srila Prabhupada, when we went in the US, in first place where he stayed in the house of Shelly, who were the Agarwal, who were the first people. Even by he had nothing. But when he was leaving, the child, they had the child, small child, he had gifted something to that child. Even he was a sannyasi. So it is said, if you stay, you have to actually give something in return to that person. You cannot just take the seva. Because when you take seva, you give your punyas to them. That is one of the problems. So etiquette has to be maintained when we host the devotees, as well as the etiquette has to be maintained when we go at somebody's place. So it should be either by love, either for blessings as a senior, or for taking seva. This in three modes we should be going over there. As far as the holy name is concerned, Lord says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyudhanam abdharmasya tadatmanam srijam paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaye sambhavami yuge yuge. So in this age of Kali, Lord has incarnated for the fallen people. Prayena alpayushya sabhya kalavasim yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadrita. So the people of Kali Yuga are prayana alpayushya and manda and sumandamati and mandabhagya. For such people, Lord has incarnated in the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. Because name of the Lord and name is not different. Abhitvam nama namina, Chintamani, nama Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, Nitya Shuddha Nitya Mukta, Abhitvam nama namina. And that's why to liberate the people who are suffering in Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come and profusely, Mahavadanya. He just wants that anyhow, somehow, people should get connected with this holy name, with Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and the love in their heart should be revived. And that is the only medicine for the people who are suffering in this material world. Hare Krishna,